Hello, everyone, and welcome to game number 12 of Bulldog's Silver Analysis of Counter Logic Gaming. For those of you wondering, Professor Ghibli, I am indeed in Silver. I'm Silver 3-0 LP right now as an Orange Jungle main. I played Orange Jungle because Daddy LS told me to, and I like it. But let's get into the game here. Drawing out the Rumble ban. That's very good. And the set ban. Okay. And we ban out the Ornn, Aphelios.
And that was the first time I really saw him take a good laning phase and turn that into a game victory. So
Varus. So do we ban out Senna here?
On the success of Pobelter to turn their split around.
And to me, if you're CLG and you can beat TSM, in my mind, I say you can beat them as well. Like this is
because they could first pick it, and there's a lot of things you can play with it. Yep, that's pretty good, but it leaves the Yumi up.
Keep in mind, the last time
So,
spot, I believe, is the one
okay,
where,
there's. Are they really gonna first pick Misfortune?
so
Oh yeah, and they have Apollo now instead of Altec, which literally makes zero difference in my mind. So we pick.
They're on a 4-game losing streak. They went from 5-2 to 5-6. So yes, CLG has been the worst.
We have Zyra Khan or Yumi or we have so much available to us here.
And they did take down one of the teams that a lot of people were considering one of the best in the league in TSM. So we'll see how they're going to be able to perform here today.
I think we grab the Yumi here since it's so powerful. Okay, Ezreal Yumi. I don't think there's any other choice here.
All the teams feel pretty good, and seeing CLG do better would make me happy. Just even for that reason, if nothing else. Ezreal going to be locked in as the answer to Misfortune down here, as the Aphelios and Varus are both gone. Senna also dropped as well. The new
this
thing
better be
so
Yumi.
funny, hearing people like, oh my gosh, it's this
They're
new
probably
Senna
discussing
playstyle
future stuff.
Sejuani?
What?
Where you're supposed to be the support and you go and pick up the spectral side.
Why did we not lock in Yumi there?
Obviously, there's a bit of a difference because we're having the AD player, you know, the bot lane farmer play it. So people are kind of a bit shocked by that, and I think that is turning things around. And also, the other mix-up, I would say,
actually very confused.
Yumi's support, but alongside
power pick
a more
right
traditional marksman. We're basically getting support-style champions just farming alongside it, because guess what? It's actually pretty good to have a beefy champion down there in that bottom lane with them.
Yep.
We've seen farming Volibear, farming
So,
Maokai,
I mean,
we've seen Tom Kench, Tarek, all kinds of
Misfortune Lawless is good. The Sejuani, I mean, it's not that much better than like Gragas or Jarvan or anything, and it leaves the Trundle open. And Trundle fucks up Sejuani, so I mean, we can grab the Yumi here, but if we don't pick the Yumi, I don't know what the fuck we're doing.
It makes you incredibly tanky, and you're gonna win
okay.
those kind of 1v1 style duels.
We are apparently trolling.
Consistent jungle matchup there for Trundle. Gonna be feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah, and it's 50. This guy has
is it just a mistake that Yumi is banned almost every game?
And actually, I'm sure we can get that checked out. But
without looking, I will agree with you.
Yeah, you know, this is
it's fine. It's a fine pick against the Misfortune, and I mean it pairs well with the Sejuani.
Will tend to look pretty good for him. Trundle got some buffs about 2 patches ago. We are, you know, pushing towards a tank metagame as well. Like I'm expecting a tank top lane, but there's already a tank support down there. Being locked in on CLG's side. So yeah, this is a great metagame for Trundle.
Gets us a really good front line. And we've got good poke / sustain damage, and Stixie's just freak at Ezreal.
The pairing of Trundle with MF. You know, back when Trundle was played as support, it actually paired quite well with MF because you can pillar people, slow them down, and kind of lock them fairly easily into the bullet time, into that ultimate. You know, making
it also
even easier for MF
works very well against MF because you have that long range disrupt from the
You just I'm putting
ultimate.
my cursor on them and alright, they're slow and they're knocked up. Enjoy everyone. And it's like, well, yeah, Sejuani ult technically is more crowd control, but you don't always hit that thing. Trundle pillar is impossible to miss.
Yeah, it really is.
I think we see a Victor ban here from them.
Right on point with it.
Because Pobelter stomped on that yesterday and
looking to
what I think was the best game of his career. And they banned Zoe.
Yeah. It did seem like Zoe counter.
I think we just grab Victor and give Ruin the counter pick.
Does take us. Thus far, he has played
and the War Recover. Didn't do that yesterday, which I was disappointed by.
If they want to blind pick
their
mid lane right here, it makes sense that they're throwing all these mid lane
Victor would be
to
great.
Save that last counter pick for Ruin, but with Aatrox coming through, you do expect that.
Aatrox is solid.
This is just a very standard blind pick that people are really comfortable with.
But I guess you're looking to exploit the mid lane matchup the most. Because Ika is just the pinnacle of mediocre.
So people are so happy to play the Aatrox. When you think about Camille, when you think about Jax, when you think about Quinn and all these champions
cat's being a butt
if
right
you were
now.
playing against it in solo queue, you'd be terrified.
Yeah.
No one
Aren't
plays
you
those in
Zowers?
pro play. Fiora, another
Yeah,
example,
you're being a
right?
butt.
So if people aren't willing to play that style, then it can be very good. But
Okay.
there you
We
go.
got one
Thankfully,
So as playing Camille.
I like how
Okay.
for weeks I've just been like, yeah, why people should just pick this, and then the one time I'm like, well, they're not gonna
And-
pick it for you.
I know how that
Cassiopeia.
goes, man. I really know that feeling. But there we go. The C crew comes in. Camille and Cassiopeia.
I don't really know
Locked in for
what
Immortal.
Very
like
cool. I actually like this comp quite a bit.
what a pick
I
into
do think that
Cassiopeia
Camille
would
is
be.
a
I
very
don't know the mid
favorable
lane
matchup
matchups well enough.
Into that Aatrox.
Orianna's fine.
Ironically, we actually did see Ruin showcase it, last year, and actually quite effectively. So we'll have to track how well Soaz can do into this matchup. But it can be very
Orianna's
difficult
always
for
a
Aatrox.
fine
These
pick
quick
mid
trades
lane.
utilizing Camille's passive physical damage shield are very, very effective
Alright.
into Aatrox, and the ability to actually lock Aatrox
that's a
down
pretty
for
solid
ganks,
comp.
especially when Trundle is getting up there, is going to be quite powerful. You do outscale in that 1v1, and your 2v2 also will be preferential with the Trundle there. You have some consistent frontline damage also with Cassio MF, so I do think that the Immortals composition
It's
is
weird
very well
that
rounded, and I do
Yumi
kind of
went
favor it,
unpicked.
honestly, both in side lane and in 5v5, unless you can get really an incredible shockwave here from CLG. So I do think you're going to be very happy coming out of the draft here as Immortals.
Yeah, there's a few small points that I do like. Cassiopeia, if you can shockwave her, no innate escapes, that can look
I
pretty
don't
good.
love Soaz and the
Trundle can at
Camille.
least block out bullet time, or not Trundle, sorry, Braum can block out bullet time. So
I
there are
don't-
some small things CLG can have.
I don't
but
think
tend to
Soaz
agree,
is
like
that
the
good
Immortals 5 on 5,
on
especially when
a
you
more
try to
aggressive
tank,
champion like
Smithing's gonna
that.
be nearly invincible.
Yeah,
A more
exactly.
carry
One of
style
the things that
champion.
You can really
He's-
do with
he's a
Trundle,
fine
if
supportive
you have a
player.
composition that is actually going to win front-to-back team fighting,
Um,
you obviously are ulting their front line, and then you actually just pillar out the DPS in the back line. So you actually just throw your pillar at the Orianna, try to keep her away from getting to your back line, slow down that damage, and allow your back line
I
DPS
don't
to have free access to their tanks, while theirs doesn't have free access to you.
I don't hate-
Can be
I
quite
don't
effective. We'll
love
see if CLG
our
can
comp.
make a liar out of me and try to pull something off here.
Yeah, gonna be a fun one to watch. Absolutely, Povelzer, his 4th game
Ruin on the
back
Aatrox
on
can just be a
chronological
god.
game. Winning that
We
championship back
we have some
4 or
good
5
support
years
for
ago.
him, and Stixay can
Big
play
Brother
very
did it back
safe.
then. He's back on the
on the
roster, and
Ezreal,
already shaping up their
and just
win
lay
rate.
down good
Now,
damage.
TSM yesterday has Immortals to play today.
And Orianna's
We'll be
always
really
good.
excited to watch out what they can
Sejuani's
do if Immortals, though,
a top
can
pick
move up
for
to
a
tie
reason.
for third
Like,
themselves.
we
6
have some
wins
powerful
is third
picks.
place right now.
I don't.
Immortals all they
I'm
do
still
is take
confused
down
as to
Zulu
why
to
I
get there
passed
themselves.
up on the Yumi.
Yeah, well, another thing working here
Because
for CLG
everywhere
is
else
that
I've seen
they did
she's
have
been
counter pick for
banned.
mid lane. Now, I talked
But
about how Pobelter has
apparently
been having
both
really
teams
good
don't
laning
think she was
phases
worth taking
thus
here,
far this split,
which I think
and
is weird.
he does have the counter pick into Cassio. You can outrange Cassiopeia, and you really can get preferential trades as a result.
Oh, we got some inside info from CLG's camp. Ovely, take it away.
Thanks, guys. I've got Weldon with me. Biggest question for CLG, coming off of a huge win against TSM. How are you guys going to keep the momentum rolling into this game against Immortals?
I think yesterday we didn't.
I mean, last time against Immortals, we were incredibly close to winning.
That's the priority
It
today.
was
is to
half a
try to
second
not
between
mess it up
victory
early so we
and
can have a
loss,
comfortable
and
game.
Ruin
Awesome. Well, best of
was a
luck to you and
raid
the
boss
team.
on the
Back to you guys.
Aatrox.
All right, a
And I
comfortable
think-
game where no one
so
invades you, you
I
win all
was-
your lanes, and
Was
never
watching.
down a goal.
I
That's
think I
the
said this at the end of my last
Good game.
video,
Yeah, you know,
Why aren't my
but
games
like
all
in
that?
the inter,
I don't know.
in
It's because
the
I'm
Xmithie
judging
interview,
ignoring your
or
lanes.
not Xmithie, Pobelter,
Also because I'm maybe
or
into-
Stixay was interviewed, and
maybe
he said
because
we
you
were
know,
lacking a
maybe
strong
both.
voice on the
Maybe
team, and
both.
I think that's been
Your armor rune's
the
really good
difference.
for
We
silence.
didn't
That's true.
we didn't really have someone who
All right,
was
so
adamant
couple
about
more things to note.
how to
Obviously,
play the
please dress
game.
up both
And I think
mid-laners
Pobelter
here.
brings
I
that.
do think this is an especially smart choice.
And
for
I think that's
Pobelter
what
when you're
Power
going up
Evil
against
brought
Trundle
last
plus
year.
Cassio, two champions that rely heavily on those slows. Trundle, you know, you talked
Willie
about reliability
got a much
but,
faster
you know,
start.
you pillar
He's
this person,
halfway
you
through his
start running
second
at
camp
them,
by the time McSmithy's
auto,
starting his
Q,
second.
W, phase
So
rush
that's pretty
proc,
big.
and he can just kind of run straight out. Miasma also is a very heavy slow, so this is going to allow Pobelter, I think, to feel pretty safe in his ability to escape ganks.
I want to put out a really, really small thing Smithy did that I enjoy a lot. He waited till after the auto and then Q reset to cast his W. Generally speaking, your like auto attack reset actual attack speed gains are very, very small.
Save you like half a second.
Wait till after he's done with that to put the attack speed up down, because Gromp takes so long to kill anyway. He actually probably saves a good quarter
Gromp's
second or
just a fucking annoying camp.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's also, you will have taken a little bit of
It does so much damage, takes so much time to kill.
Small thing, but does make a difference. And it looks like now he is just going to try to go for a wraparound gank on mid lane here.
Already free, easy, pillar gonna land. There's the auto QW, and he just runs right back.
But the phase rush,
that probably has to burn flash.
Yeah, I would think he definitely does. Either way, though, good gank, right? You know, you take what is a losing matchup, and that's half the health off of that lane opponent there. So what is supposed to be a winning matchup for Pobelter can become equalized.
That's the kind of shit that McSmithy does real
just
well.
With that one little gank.
As everything goes down, Wiggly is technically up at camp right now. Looking out of the top side is Camila's pushing in.
He is up at camp. Not just technically, he is up at camp.
Right now. And look at Soa's running backwards. Now this could be a freeze though. This can actually deny Soa some farm.
Exactly. This is one of those really awkward situations where you know you're
Oh,
not
that's a
supposed to freeze
smart back.
wave, but you're not sure. Is the jungler still there? And Wiggly actually canceled his base.
Oh, gets to get in front of the stun right here as it's a 3v2. Big stun comes across. Flash get away, but now
well, that is bad.
Chase down means first blood double buffs and now Ruin has a flash away.
Wow.
Mid jungle roamed up and Pope did not answer.
Yeah,
that was fantastic from
the
Immortals.
communication there was bad.
To be in as a top laner, because if you don't step up
Wiggly should have just
your wave
finished
will
his
get
back.
frozen and you can be in a lot of
They
trouble.
would have left
So
them in a
they
position where
roam
they
up.
didn't really
Wiggly
know
actually canceled his base,
if Wiggly
not
was still
realizing
there.
That Ika and Xmithy were on their way up there, so ends up being the first blood for them. They could have just actually finished this base, but yeah.
And they went in right as Soaz hit forward. That was just poorly done. I don't know whose call that was, but it was definitely the wrong call.
Double buffs on him also is going to be a really big deal there early on against Pobelter.
Oh, we're looking for more on the bottom side. One more auto stun, and he's just out of
very
range.
close.
He did not want to commit the flash to stun Hakuho. Thought there wouldn't be enough follow through anyway. Maybe he's right, but it's Immortals with 1,000 gold lead off of a great run on the top side of the map.
Losing farm in pretty much every lane.
Farm after all that play. Now Wiggly has to be respectful. He's a couple of wards on him, but Apollo and Hakuho back together, feeling safe.
Annoying.
Yeah, anytime you can actually get a really nice first
My cat
like that,
is begging for attention right now. Aren't you, Zoers?
That does alleviate most of your mana issues. As
I don't know if you can hear her,
very
but
champion. So
she's just
early
pestering me for attention.
Good, and also that Seraph's completion does change your ability to team fight very heavily. You are kind of like a mid-range style of champion. You do have to be in range of damage really to get the most damage out.
So, I mean, we don't really have bot lane priority. We don't.
The love taps and now Pobelter getting chunked heavily.
Wow.
That was crucial. There's still so much damage coming in. Nearly gets the solo kill from Aka.
That's what the double buffs do.
Yeah, that is actually crazy how much damage he got there. The double buffs allow him to really spam it out. He didn't even hit a Q to start that trade. That was purely E-spam on a non-poison target, and he almost killed him. So
yeah, double buffs will do that.
All of that additional mana that he has.
It's dumb, but his double buffs are gone, so it should kind of even out a little bit. Should. Yeah. No, we're just getting absolutely bodied in this early game. We have no pressure anywhere, no priority. It mostly, I mean, Xmithy playing well and Wiggly fucking up an early gank, but that seems to be Wiggly's MO. But I don't like that early Sejuani pick with, like, do we really like the Sejuani side of the Sejuani Trundle matchup that much?
Do take TP to have priority in lane, to be able to get a really good base, come back and keep you shoved in and dominate the lane in that way. So because it's going to be a relatively passive lane, Apollo didn't feel he needed to bring heal, and he can just kind of match teleport for teleport and keep lane pressure up himself.
Doesn't get shoved in. Bulldog grabs that farm, but it's
Yeah, we just have no priority anywhere.
Early laning stats awesome here for
And
Aka.
this is, I mean, Pobelter is 6.
And now Wiggly can try to for a smite fight. They are equal level, and the smite goes through to Smithy. Nicely done. Shocker pulls it back.
Okay,
No, the stun over the
good,
top. He's on level 5,
good
and
shit,
Pobelter grabs
good
that
shit.
kill. Says,
Knowing,
"Stay on the blue leash, buddy."
Very
bring it
nicely
over
done
Pobelter,
there.
knowing we have
He
Shockwave.
locked down,
Shockwave's
and
just
Smithy
super
didn't have
good.
Flash from that top lane fight, so that is critical. They knew he was missing that
Fighting
summoner.
it well
He
in
was not level
general.
6
That
to be
was
able to ult Wiggly and stay alive.
extremely well done. That'll relieve a lot of the pressure Smithy has on the map and kind of let us reset and get control over the lanes.
His blue up in the first place, so
that's
not, you know,
that's pretty
it's a little
big.
bittersweet, but it's 100 gold.
And it allows our bot lane to be
Would've been nice, but the kill comes in, puts the
put down
defense
some
closer
decent
there.
pressure because they don't have
Watch that
6, or they don't have
Yes, hearing
ult.
this one more time, there is 4 members of Immortal, so they feel pretty happy to take this fight, but the Shockwave pulls him
Yep,
back.
that's
and because
good.
of the positioning, this is really the key thing here. There's no way for them
And
to try
just
to walk
an
past
auto.
that ball right there. So, you know, once Immortals has
Good stuff.
exited that
Ruin.
choke point, they can't really re-enter.
Fucking
without
shit up
taking
in the
so
top
much
lane.
from Ezreal, who was over the side, and the Orianna
I mean,
ball
that early-
in that middle there. So,
Early
despite
pressure
the fact
put him
that
at
it
a
was an open
disadvantage,
area,
but
they could have potentially just taken
he's
the court
still-
before. Positioning dictated that fight. CLG come out on top.
fuck that. They're still being super, super aggressive.
The top jungle, I should say, and steals away the res buff. So that's
Yeah.
2 camps taken away, even if one was sort of returned. As poor Wiggly can only take his chickens and kind of wait around, hoping that the next camp will happen.
I don't think Pobelter
I
is
think Smithy's
backed
had an
after that
excellent game. He's
kill.
multiple times been to that mid lane to help out Aka in what would be a difficult matchup.
Okay,
Chunking
I thought it
out
was
Pobelter
Ika.
twice, getting those
Not
ganks off
Aka.
on the top side, pressuring the buff.
You know,
This is what you want to
because
see from your
there's
jungler
no
when you have
A,
a preferential jungle
like,
matchup. and
I,
he's really
EI.
checking all the boxes for me
I
thus
didn't
far.
think that was an A sound.
Mid CS difference slowly encroaching, as it's now only -3 here for Pobelter. Aka still hasn't been able to push him out of lane a couple of times, and now with the mid pressure that he's got,
But they,
like top lane
I mean,
Rail,
in
there's no
general, they do have the early game dominant comp.
doesn't have the farm
We
lead
really
for himself,
spike in the
but
mid
the
game.
assist, of course, matters.
And we
He got
outscale.
pretty early Rift Herald, and we'll see that summon soon to knock down 2 or 3 plates.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where he's going to commit it. Traditionally, when you have these kind of side lane 1v1 style matchups with the Camille, you would want to actually
But
drop
damn,
down there and try to get
Ruin
Camille ahead of Aatrox. The
getting
Bulldog
himself a
defense
nice
down
advantage.
1v1, but you know, Aka has been the focus of a lot of his attention so far this game, and taking away that bastion of safety that is that mid lane turret from
Why
Pobelter.
did they say Ika for like the first
He
month?
does have a couple of options there for himself.
Right now,
First time
hard pushing onto the
we
bottom
had this
side.
game, it was
Oh,
Ika.
a little bit too far left. It's okay. It's fine. He's all right there as the wave gets shoved in. Of course, MF with the BF sword. Pretty incredible wave clear overall. Ulti committed by Ezreal to slow this one down, but there's still the chance of the push. Smithy wants the attack speed, but has to be respectful. Still goes for the summon. Now this is going to be... Generally it's going to land. Apollo feels safe enough to just keep auto-attacking the turrets, or attacking the minion wave at the very least, and that should mean some gold.
Yeah, we don't have much
I
pressure.
don't think Apollo was able to attack that turret though, so he backs off. Only Smithy gets the gold. But he feels safe, he walks up, 120 goes to him.
Yep, that's a couple of plates.
Yeah, I've got to say I'm a little bit surprised at how early they actually dropped
But,
that.
you know,
You know,
being only 500
It's
gold
not to a
behind
turret that was
with how
already going to die from it. They do drop
how
it, they
rough
get a
things
little
have
bit of
gone
gold
to start
in
with,
Apollo, which is nice.
it's
but,
not
you know, when
not
you
a bad
have
spot
lot
to
of
be
time
in.
left on it, and potentially a dragon fight could be coming up around 30 seconds. Sometimes dropping
And if
that
this ends up
more
being
close to the dragon
a
can
win
be
soul,
some
that could be
pressure and
huge
guarantee
for
that.
us.
Yeah. And also, I
Because
think that you
damn,
get a
we
little
have some
rotation,
good
see if there's an
ultimates.
opportunity to maybe get a kill and then drop it and take a turret.
Mostly
Yeah,
the
I actually
Orianna
wonder, I
and
would
the
be
Sejuani.
curious to see the exact thought process behind that play, because I can see like there's points to doing it. Like, hey, you get your trinket back, so you can sweep some wards out, and maybe they just really wanted to reset as the ult comes in to dodge some damage. Ruin fighting back pretty handily.
Yeah.
As so as kites back away, and they trade ult for ult, but Ruin feels pretty healthy here.
Yeah,
Ruin
Ruin's gonna be feeling
bodying
pretty
this
good.
matchup.
One of the key things about any all-in as Camille into Aatrox, you generally want to use your
Oh,
ult to
and
on the
good.
Q from Aatrox.
Getting the
So as
dragon?
Did not do that, he wanted to actually use that as he was
Holy
gonna pull back
cow.
in to that Q.
Very good.
Really small window. Immortals are coming over, but the smite should come down. Oh, okay, that was a little scary. It comes through though, nice.
Oh, that was a
Smite
great
goes
hook by
damage.
Hakuho,
One field committed for Trundle.
but
Not just yet, though.
I don't know
Harley puts in
how
some
much they
bullet time
have in
damage. Wiggly
terms.
cutting off the left-hand side.
Because,
No way
yeah,
out for
Wiggly
him.
Trading Wiggly for Infernal Drake, I'll take it.
Yeah, I think you'll take it as CLG though. We'll have to see how much more Immortals can get. Because
I don't like it being an Ica.
And they got a kill, they might be able to finish that off, but Apollo does not really have any mana left, so it would be a bit risky.
I didn't realize Conquer is what you go on Ezreal now.
I gotta say, I'm a bit surprised that Immortals wasn't in position to actually fight for that, though. You have winning bot, winning mid, winning jungle right now, and you lost the dragon.
It was, yeah, it was just a good,
I think they just took probably
good tempo play by CLG, taking advantage of a small window.
Play that it was like 35 seconds on Drake spawn, and it took slightly late recalls, getting it back on the map, and CLG snuck it.
Yeah, they were able to sneak this out, just straight up rushed it pretty much on spawn. You can see.
Trundle didn't have flash, so that wasn't as suspect.
Slow because you have Ica way
Oh,
over here,
what's going on?
Ica is just now joining that team fight, and
Probelter just teleporting in to get his blue buff. I respect it.
They do give over a dragon, which is going to push back potential soul win condition, and this is a really, really powerful soul. Getting that ocean dragon.
Oh, ocean isn't nearly as good for us as
so does keep CLG
wind would be,
even in
but
that regard.
I mean.
Sure, and the game's in striking distance, of course, right? 600 gold difference for the teams. At this point, really,
We do have a pretty decent siege comp, so
go from map control, try to take things over. I know
we can definitely
slightly stronger 5-on-5.
make good use out of the Ocean Drake.
The Cassiopeia is farming up. The stacks towards Seraphs are getting most of the way done. 460 of 750.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you expect them to be able to win side lane with Camille eventually. You'll be able to win 5v5. So it does come down to execution from CLG. It's not so one-sided.
Smarter Ruin to back off.
Those areas, but
where are we responding? Are we responding anywhere across the map?
It's actually Pobelter down on that bottom side. He's going to be answering in that 1v1, and they have moved Stixay and Smoothie towards mid lane, but they are now
What are we doing? Okay, are we collapsing here?
You can see the three-man squad here from CLG trying to get up there to keep that tower alive.
Yeah, nice little play topside. 2 plates were taken out. Of course, the bottom lane uncontested as Pobelter should have been grabbing.
Okay.
Probably 2 plates himself, and indeed has done so. So as not going to feel comfortable in this matchup. He does not have magic resist, and Pobelter, a single auto kills him. Almost a solo kill for CLG's new returning mid lane.
Pretty much any other keystone besides Phase Rush, and you get the kill there. But
behind all the other soul laners in the game, right? You know, he
and
had
he
to make
gets
that rotation.
Pobelter some good goal.
He's over it. Xmithie's still going to chase down the Q slow. It's actually everybody ult coming over. Goodbye to Ruin. He's definitely going to die to this one as 4 members come to take him down. But bot turret is taking
we are getting pressure mid as well, so they spent a lot for that.
Who gets this tower first? It does look like it will be that top side. CLG,
and we got a lot of pressure mid and bot.
Down,
oh!
Actually,
and we got first tower.
So all of those members basing on the side of Immortal.
So Pobelter is massive.
Claim that first turret gold for themselves. Instead, they prioritize.
Holy cow! Pobelter is a big boy.
Maybe so. Big gold swing coming out from some solo plays out of Pobelter, right? Shoves so as out of the lane, makes him recall, makes him flash. He TP's topside. And that turret was almost full HP when Pobelter started, right?
Yeah.
He got the first 2 plates himself.
The split push Orianna, that 200 IQ play.
I don't blame Ruin for dying. It's a 4v1 of the bunch of ults committed, but end of the day, CLG coming out pretty close in this game. You can see it's still within 500, and now a fight over the Rift Herald, number 2.
Yeah, but again, it is CLG faster to the scene. Don't think that they can just rush this one down, though. Aka is back.
But they don't know Pobelter's there.
This fight should look pretty good. Stun comes over the top. Stixay finds the kill.
Yeah.
Xmithie now being stunned yet again. Burns the flash. Ult from Aka buys a bit of space, but now that's a stun.
Let's go.
Just now arriving to the fight.
Can it be 3? It's 3. Let's go, boys.
And CLG get a 3 for nothing.
We are making just okay.
That's Soaz setting up that kill. The shield comes up. Ruin might want to re-engage. Can't quite do it. 3 for 1. I take it back.
Yeah, they do get that kill.
Yeah, 3 for 1 and Rift Herald. I'll take it. It was a ton of shutdown
though. They
though.
wanted to be in the area to try to slow play it, I think, a little bit more, but CLG do get them to take this fight 5v4. They get the
So
Herald,
750 gold
kills.
shutdown.
So
But Stixay got 2 of those kills. That's a huge influx of gold.
Very early on to that fight. And re-engage looked good, as we mentioned. Soaz could not get to that fight in time.
I mean, we got
Yeah,
tempo
this is multiple
and
objectives
took
in a row
advantage
now.
of it. We
Immortals
didn't
really
pussy
just
out.
haven't been prepared
It's a
for, right? They had full priority on
an
that bot side, lost
aggressive,
the dragon, then they
focused
tried to opt
direction.
into fighting for this Rift Herald without their top laner in position. Ruin had actually just walked, didn't even need to expend the teleport, and that goes the way of CLG also. So CLG just straight up outplaying them at these objectives.
Gonna find some damage here as they fight back and forth. Shockwave, nice.
Oh, Ruin has the flank.
Ruin finds some backline damage. Knockup. Very taking trouble.
That's
Still
so
goes
good.
down. Smithy has been dropped. Now the re-engage with Taco finds a stun. Stop push
Ooh.
for Eka. He finds his stun. Gets one.
That's a
gets
bit
two.
rough.
Picks up
We
kills
still
for
have
all.
our
Yeah, they're
carries
gonna knock
up.
multiple members down there. Meanwhile, the Rift Herald did take mid lane tower, so that has been knocked
Yeah.
down. And
And we're gonna
CLG
get Dragon
have priority on the
because
Dragon, so
we
feeling
still have
very
our
backed by
strongest
Eka.
3
If
members
they
up.
lose their mid lane tower, they will lose the Dragon here. Second
So-
one going to CLG. That is 3 straight objectives.
That's
Very well around these.
yeah, it
for
was
the past
good. And
5
if Ika
minutes.
didn't hit a massive
CLG making
ulti,
it- I would, by the way, not call this terribly comfortable. It's neck and neck.
No,
It's back and forth,
very
but
close.
CLG are navigating it.
Yeah, so here's the engage. Taco just jumping over onto Smoothie. Eka is much further away though, so CLG do have priority on the initial start of the fight. You can see them chasing him down. Xmithy not in range of Wiggly critically for his ultimate there, so he actually had to use the ultimate on Ruin. Not going to be able to steal nearly as much as far as the health and defensive stats are
I didn't
concerned
see-
there. Eka though does have a nice stun
okay.
onto Ruin, and
Smoothie
was
didn't have
sectioned
ult
off by
up.
that
Neither
Miasma,
did
so
Wiggly.
we'll be able to knock him down.
So
We go back on the map and look at how close
we
this
were
game
missing
is.
2 key ults.
500 gold separating. Of course, stay tuned. Every day of Monday Night League ends with the Bud Light League Lounge. Twitch.tv/Bud Light, which Crumbs will be hosting. So stay tuned for that. That'll be exciting.
Yeah, I believe we have Huni and Froggen alongside Crumbs and Ovally there, so that should be a lot of fun.
I mean, everybody
A lot of
just
fun is
tunes
also
into
this
Hotline
game.
Ring, not the
CLG fans.
Bud Light Lounge.
I think it's time to regain the faith a little bit.
Ooh, now they're gonna.
I know. Well, I know. It's truly.
We can't regain the faith.
I don't think they've
Once
ever
we
had a
do,
weekend
we
looking
start losing.
remotely as good as this. This
Yeah,
year, I
this
should say.
split. This split.
Yes,
for
of course,
sure.
of course, of course. They
Because-
won the LCS before.
Yeah.
That was a really good weekend for CLG fans. Both of the times they won.
And in summer, they were looking really strong,
Yeah.
right? People were very
They got there.
excited coming into this split for CLG. It was supposed to be upgrades in the mid lane, upgrades as far as their communication with their support, and it just
But it
hasn't
was a
worked out thus
downgrade
far,
in
so they have had to
direction.
pivot.
Yep.
Looking towards Pobelter here, and the team
We
has
were-
looked much better thus far with Pobelter.
We
though.
were
It's
missing
only their
the
4th game with
the
him,
guy with the
potentially
direction.
looking to pick up a second win.
Yeah, and when half the league is 50% win rate, and if they do win this game, then Pulitzer with CLG is also 50% win rate. That's shaping up pretty well. Now, to talk about Pobe a little bit longer, he's been one of the really heaviest to push this game. You can see he has the most farm in the game. He was highest
Yeah.
level in the game. He has really dedicated himself to playing side lane and getting a lot of farm for himself, and that's generally paid forward well.
Yeah, and what's interesting about that is most people would
He's
consider
playing well.
Aka on this Cassio the one who would be more comfortable in the side lane. Orianna traditionally not really
The
much of a
Apollo
side
is
laner
strong.
in general. Cassio
Like,
generally more comfortable to play
but
that sort of a role.
it's
but
Apollo,
I think
so I'm
Arthur
not that
champions
scared.
in the game, Pobelter is feeling more comfortable to do it. Unless Hakuo is there, they have some sort of hard crowd control. Mid plus jungle probably can't lock him down because they don't have that hard CC. Really, unless he kind of face checks into an ultimate
So,
there from Aka, so Pobelter can always just kind of
I mean,
run away.
game is
Trundle
kind of
shows up
slowing
and
down
walks
right
Yeah,
now. We have
it's gonna be
about a
interesting
1K
perspective on
advantage.
how this game's going to go. If Xmithy does gank Pobe,
Nothing
he has to
exciting.
dodge QWE. If he dodges that, the slow sticks and he gets a lot of damage and the
Pobe
guys can
Belter's
follow
ahead
up.
in-
If he gets tagged by
ahead
three
of
spells,
level.
he just zooms on past
Sticks
the
is
pillar with
behind a
all the
level.
boost speed. So,
Smoothie's ahead of level, so we
look
have a
for
1 level
dodging skill
advantage.
shots if there is ever a gank
Overall,
on Pobe Belter's side laning,
we're
because he is
prepping
doing
vision
so
for
much side
Baron.
laning.
We don't
He's
have
like
that
the primary
fast
killer on
Baron
this
or
point.
that
You
safe
can
of
see top
Baron,
outer being attacked. Smoothie comes over with the squad to knock down some wards and
but
just alone time.
they have
and
a
they're
really
autoing,
fast
autoing,
Baron.
autoing.
Yeah, I mean, just
So-
no one is answering, right? And it was
But
supposed to
Pobe
be
Belter
Immortals
just-
versus Camille that had
I
the
guess
side
we're
lane
also
advantage.
just setting up
They
vision
are
so
definitely
Pobe
not
can
winning
keep pushing.
in the side lanes at all.
That's a
Pobelter
good
is 2
idea.
levels up on
Everyone
Aka.
just hold
That's,
while
you know,
Pobe
at
Belter
least
just
a full
pushes.
level and a half
They
of
can't
these
match it
lanes
right now.
because, it's relatively recent that Aka actually even hit 12. He's been spending a lot
Minute
more time
20 on
grouping.
Dragon.
Has not been able to match, is now down 50 CS as a result, is now down 2 levels as a result. And despite all of the attention that Xfinity actually paid towards that mid lane early on, Pobelter has found a
Oh,
way
Pobe
to
Belter's
really
playing
create
extremely
a
well.
fairly sizable advantage for himself here. He's now 1,500 gold ahead of his slain opponent.
It's weird. This is the first time I've ever seen a team beat Pobelter's team. Pobelter's always been a piece of the team. He's been the more supportive guy. This is Pobelter's team.
Optimal second item for damage. If you care about shielding or if you care about backline killing, then yeah, you want to go Oblivion Orb or even a Death Cap, but if you are just killing this tanky Trundle, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I think
well, they have 3 MR items.
Megatron on multiple members, double
3,
on
like,
too, so quite
it's
a bit of
worth.
MR already being grabbed, and Pobelter knows he will at least have easy access to that front line. So if you're strong enough that you can actually just go frontline versus frontline and kind of win that race, it really does change things around pretty heavily.
So 10 seconds there.
Goes, but this time, Immortals are first to that dragon scene.
Up in 8 seconds, slow. Pobelter's got to be a little bit careful. It gets away from Smithy. Now the stun's going to come across. Aka flashes.
Oh, Apollo's almost dead.
Health left, rounded up slightly.
So are we just making a play for this mid tower? Nope. We're
they take mid lane and he goes.
They caught Pobelter. Flash Whip is still caught out. That is a shutdown coming in. It'll be
okay.
Kill, but that's
Pobelter's like strong, but so is Stixxay. Oh fuck. Ika.
The Immortal squad picks up huge kills.
Yeah, the solo laners for Immortals massive in that team fight. Soaz with the hook shot into Flash straight onto Pobelter, allowing him to take him down. Then Aka tail end of that fight, catching Ruin and Stixxay, knocking them down. And with Cassio, you can just rush down this bear and it will be a trade.
You just trade the dragon.
Going over here to CLG, except he's got to be a little bit careful. He's gonna back out. Doesn't want to smite early for health, just in case they were coming to look for the potential fight. But now knowing that they are on that dragon, they will be able to
that was rough.
Take the Baron for themselves.
TP committed just to make sure they can knock this one down, as Immortals are feeling a lot more comfortable off the team fight.
You got the early kill, but
CLG
just
themselves on Soul Point.
Yeah, they are
what really happened?
Just one more time. Immortals work quick to get to the dragon
Wiggly's
this time
kind of
around, but CLG were playing
Ruin's not here right now.
Nice flash there from Aka, was able to avoid
we chunk Apollo out.
Wiggly, and then really it did come
now
down
we
to
back.
disengage from Soaz. He's going to actually look for a pretty long range engage as Pobelter is stepping forward here. Soaz looks, hook shot flash does land there. That in addition to the Nautilus ultimate coming over the top from Hawkwell was enough damage to actually knock down Pobelter.
Yeah, that misfortune ult is huge. And that ultimate. If Stixxay lives, we probably win the fight, but he didn't.
And look to finish off that fight.
Nicely done. And
so Ika has been saving Immortals with some huge Cassiopeia ults. I don't think this one's out of reach. Like we are on Soul Point.
Because they are at Soul Point, it's by far the strongest soul in my opinion. So this is one of those.
I mean, it's infinite mana.
Yes, you got the Baron, but unless you get a lot done with it, it's not actually that bad for CLG.
Yeah, minute 30, so 3 waves.
Hard split pushing up on the top side, and CLG are pressed to wave here in mid. Mid outer yet to look at the stun
huge.
Deletion onto Xfinity, but that pullback could be a lot.
Oh, but Ruin.
Against Baron of 5v4. Can they find Aka? There's the knockup. There's the second.
Let's go. That's huge. Let's go, boys. And those are the TP plays I was talking about early in the season that I wanted to see.
Soaz was in the side lane too,
that
but he was not able to
just
join.
popping Xmithy before he gets the chance to ult.
Guaranteed inhibitor tower will go down. I think CLG will take
the Trundle ult can't be a problem if he doesn't have a chance to use it. That's okay. I'm starting to agree with the Sejuani pick a little more.
They committed Smoothie just in case. Okay, they don't need him. It's fine. Stixxay kills one last ward and walks away. Ruin's already committed the recall. He's safe down on that side of the map.
That basically evens up the gold.
In 2.5 minutes till Ocean Soul.
SCLG, just a much better setup on this fight.
He was too far forward, and just so the communication there was on point.
Wasn't able to even get his ultimate off there, so didn't gain any of those bonus stats. Then Ruin has already joined. The TP from Soaz quite late, just now arrives as 3 members from his team the third one about to go down, so there's no chance for him to really continue fighting.
Wow.
I think at that point, if the TP is going to be that late, so as
Communication really on point there. Oh, Sticks A is very strong. Pobelter almost at death cap. Ruin at 2 items. I don't know what the fuck Ruin is building. There's nothing that builds out of those 2 items.
It just doesn't really matter anymore. When you have the Ocean Soul over your opponents,
yeah, I mean, Ocean Soul is
so durable.
Yes, I mean, Ocean Soul is like literally health per second, right? It's certainly can't steal without DPS.
Minute 30 on that.
You're not functionally invincible, but
we'll have all of our major cooldowns
stats,
up.
Right? I mean, that's literally what they all do is they just add stats straight up, and yeah, it's worth a whole bunch of gold overall.
I mean,
and,
I would like to see the death cap and Pobelter before this fight if we could.
Right, so CLG have been looking very good. I was worried a little bit for them as far as the 5v5s would look, but CLG has been better prepared for them. They seem to be the ones actually finding the engages. They are utilizing that better. They are,
there's just more communication, better communication.
Like anytime Immortals is going to the side lane, they're being punished for it, where CLG is unable to do, have the opposite happen.
And we understand that the person we're trying to pick at the start of fights is Trundle, because he's the front line. And if he doesn't get his ulti off, we kill him before that, we just win the fight pretty much. Provided Ica doesn't get an insane castle ult.
End of the day, it's, hey, get back on the map. Get ready to push for this.
We don't get the...
is a must defend, and Ruin doesn't have TP. That dude needs to get to the side of the map, or I don't think it's contestable.
Yeah, this is really strange if they're going to be willing to give this up. I think he will be running down, just finishing that wave. But strange to see him that far up towards that top lane. It's just really not that important at this point in the game. When you're one off Soul, you need to be here and be ready for this fight, because this could be it. He will be able to join up with his team though, as they will fight for mid lane priority.
Well, you guys see Soaz.
Over the top, bullet time not yet used. So that is an ulti now missing on the one side. That's CLG with one less engage tool. And the poke not really mattering much either, though to be fair, Xfifty also burned his ulti. So that's probably a decent trade.
Soaz had no idea that
Soaz, how about the re-engage?
CLG knew he was there.
Immortals, though, have ward control. It's mostly fog for them. A bit of poke there from Pobelter. Mid control.
I think I actually take that trade if I'm CLG. Trundle not having his ultimate makes him so much easier to kill.
Oh, great pillar. Great pillar. Wiggly could not get over, didn't have flash.
But Baron is up in 20 seconds, and they have no vision.
And delays that game plan from CLG.
Yeah, you can see though, CLG is just going to head up towards that Baron area potentially, try to get some vision. That is going to be spawning here very, very quickly. But delaying the soul, really big deal here for Immortals. Gives themselves some more time to potentially.
Except you don't outscale.
In the side lane, especially where we really just haven't gotten much done from Soaz. It feels like in this side lane this game whatsoever.
Well, that's because Soaz isn't like a great side lane player. Well, Ruin is.
How that potential 1v1 might go, but whether it's due to the vision or the fact that
so you're gonna lose out in the side lane if you're gonna try and play it against Ruin. Ruin plays side lanes real well.
Not too much to worry about for CLG.
So far in the mid lane, still over half HP as well. Baron's back on the map. Immortals have their own share of now health regen with the Ocean Pick they had picked up.
And we have the death cap on Pobelter. I mean, we have 3 items and a bunch of people.
Shockwave back, pop stone plate, they find that stun. Ulti comes in, but he will not go down.
Oh!
Over the top.
But is Hakuo dead? Shit, Pobelter's dead. Oh no! They popped him! Holy shit, Ruin! Holy shit!
And there's only 2 members left of Immortals. The name, bit of a misnomer here.
I think all he has to do is delay the recalls, and they could potentially end through mid lane.
TP being spent to say Smoothie says, where are you? I don't know.
Doesn't have ultimate.
Teleport itself was used, but Apollo
might go down
he starts to kite away from the Aatrox. So a 4, actually 3 versus 1 in the mid lane as 2 versus 1 chases up to the top. Mid lane under fire. We're watching Apollo come down.
Oh, very nice.
That should be a kill picked up. But of course, keep in mind, mid is under fire as well. Apollo will.
But they traded.
Cannot defend it, but he killed the minion wave. That was the crucial bit.
Yeah.
Here comes a second wave.
So I think you just walk and go Baron.
Kept the base alive.
You got a ton of gold on Ruin there.
Yeah, CLG should be able to take this easy peasy. Xmithie back in base, has no flash. Hard to see how Trundle would get into the pit here to steal without just giving away his life. So should be a CLG Baron. They win another team fight here. Again, just quicker to the punch, realizing they're engaged better. It always feels like it is
keeping Pobelter alive was huge. I don't know how we did it.
Pressing the issue. And we're seeing Xmithie just forced
how
out of the fights.
How did we keep him alive?
Pobelter has been pretty proactive, utilizing these ultimates. You know, actually starting this one off, he does have a Death Cap, Void Staff, a lot of frontline damage. Xmithie barely surviving as he gets a huge ultimate there.
Oh, but Smoothie canceling that out. We just all turned at once and used all of our damage. Just really good. If we didn't layer our damage like any better, like we layered our damage any worse, Pobelter dies there and we probably lose the fight.
Just kind of keeps the Immortals backline zoned out. This is not how Immortals pictured these.
Pobelter and Stixxay dealing about the exact same. Smoothie, the big difference.
Last time in the mid lane, as again there's a flash forward. This time it's on to Stixxay, who doesn't have a good way out, and the Soaz kill does come through. Those are the plays he's been looking for. But how
yeah, this is just like falling apart suddenly. I don't like this. Please stop. Please get your shit together. Please no. Please, God no.
Means a kill comes through. Soaz still on the chase. Might find
another
one wiggly. Immortals are not done here.
God
and
fucking damn it.
Be stopped to stun by the second, but they're still gonna get the kill picked up, and Soaz's heroics are rewarded. 3 dead on CLG, and Immortals look to push mid.
God damn it.
Grouping with the team and making huge things happen for them as he gets the shutdown onto Stixxay. Then Pobelter,
what the fuck just happened?
Was in that bush. He's gonna get hooked up, and this push will continue. Pobelter not up for 25 more seconds. They are gonna be going for it. Look at the position.
They can't end.
They're trying. They got 15 seconds on Pobelter. The rest of the team is alive. It's 5 versus 3.
But
that seems
we have Stixxay up. You don't. We have Stixxay Ruin up. You don't really have a good way to end.
25 seconds on Ocean Soul.
Yeah.
Barely spawns in time. But it also means Immortals can't
we barely spawn in time as everyone is fucking up right now. Shut the fuck up, freak. Holy shit.
Immortals have basically tied up. Is not spent. CLG's inventories are better.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Soaz can go back because he has his teleport. Apollo could also, but they don't.
Okay, we have a good ward.
Sweeper in this area, so full vision on them right now from CLG, and the deep teleport is spotted. Soaz is ulted.
That's a stun. He does have his ult. Does not have flash. The Drake goes over. And Soaz jumps over the wall to safety. Wiggly can't catch him out. But Soaz, does he have the great escape? Yeah, no problem. He's super fast right there. So
there's no way to catch him.
Apiece, Immortals off the back of that fight.
That's sad.
And a heroic Soaz TP, honestly, puts up CLG enough.
Yeah.
Still trying.
We'll see where Soaz is going to go. I feel like he could have just kept running to the left side of the map.
Oh, that's really smart.
Spotted here shortly by
but he's bone daddied.
Eventually, unfortunately for him.
Stun though, this could be decent damage. You gotta kite this. Ult comes down, big hits come across, but that's gonna be Guardian Angel. And the actual death as well. Stixxay can easily kite this away. That's the damage coming in.
Good
That's
stuff.
A pretty long death time right now. No major neutrals are up right
yeah.
now.
Nothing.
It's still about a minute
No Baron.
to play with.
Immortals have got to be pretty
but
careful.
That's a bunch of gold on the
like
Stixxay.
Them actually keep their 4-man squad out on the map and threaten a bot lane push. Well, you have Soaz running up towards that.
I don't hate it.
Because if CLG are going to commit their whole team to chasing him down, you want to offer threat on the other side of the map to either get something for the death or dissuade all the
Stixxay's
CLG
huge,
members from
Pobelter's
chasing
huge.
and potentially give an
Ruin.
exit route there.
He has
For
4
Soaz,
items.
At the very least, CLG do get that kill.
Like,
they do get the GA
he is
off, which is a
tanky
big deal.
and does
and
a lot of damage.
both teams now at soul point as CLG has been unable to capture that 4th dragon in back-to-back spawns. So feels like it's all going to come down to this next dragon. And, you know, CLG, that's kind of the win condition they are depending on. Immortals have been grouped for these last couple fights, and
I mean,
when they are together,
we're not
it
real.
is looking pretty good.
We can Baron or Soul.
Last Whisper up to Immortal Reminder.
Either one is fine.
Of course, can be quite valuable when you've got double lifesteal on the Ezreal, and I'm going to double check if Volter has some lifesteal. Yeah, he's got 4 stacks on the Ravenous Hunter.
It's worth noting there's also no healing debuff whatsoever for Trundle. So Trundle actually, you know, does have a massive amount of healing from that ultimate when you are using it on a big beefy tank like the Sejuani. And we
He
have
has
seen that in a
decent
couple
healing.
fights. be a pretty big
But
deal, right? There's no executioners picked up on 6A or on the Aatrox or anything like that.
It's not enough to warrant an executioner's colony.
To actually mitigate all the healing that is going to be coming out of Smithy, out of Aka, and Apollo.
Exactly. Aka's got 5 stacks of Ravenous. Apollo has obviously the Bloodthirster in the inventory, and the Ravenous Hydra on Soaz means, yeah.
I guess that is enough to warrant
someone in 2.5 minutes. Whichever
an executioner's.
Gonna get that soul. His items are sticking up, and there's only really one.
Ruin could have definitely just bought it there, but he didn't.
So
they don't think it's a problem, or they don't realize it is.
So there's a purchase I really want to point out here. It's a pretty big deal. The Mikhail's coming through for Hakuo is going to allow Smithy to have a lot more safety to frontline and actually just tank that Sejuani ultimate. We have seen CLG
but it's not the Sejuani ultimate that's causing the issue. It's the Orianna ultimate that just pops him for half of his health.
It's not going to be possible anymore here as long as Hakuo can use that item well.
Oh, Hakuo gets away with it. Gets the self-casts cleanse and stays safe.
Well, they're TPing for a potential base race here.
They're going to the bottom side. Now, Ruin is there, but they have sent Aka. So the question is, how well can CLG play this? There's a couple. Ruin does not have a Guardian Angel. He's got to try to knock these down, but there comes the dive. This could be a lot of damage. Ezreal misses the minions, but Aka runs forward for the fight. Here comes the TP in the backside there as well. Ruin's trying to run. He's still decaying the health bar. Flash to safety, and now Smoothie is there. 6A on the chase. Soaz not going to be stunned just yet. And on the bottom side of Blast Cone gets within a safety. Soaz, an E would kill him, the auto. But that's
Soaz is dead.
No way Soaz lives through this when the stun doesn't mean anything.
Stixay lost Pobelter, or CLG lost Pobelter.
In 1 minute, we're still not there just yet.
He's gonna go for Baron. They're actually double TPing here to collapse, potentially on Immortals. Ruin is very deep over in enemy territory now.
Yeah, this is really disjointed. We don't know what we want to do here. We just know we need to be in the vicinity.
Without Orianna, Immortals feels safe. The flash Q4, they find the tank. Hakuo, very durable on the front side, ult over the top.
That's a really good ult by Smoothie.
Chunked out so very low. Now Ruin walks in. Looks for Ika. Ika flashes over.
Oh, Smoothie, that was huge.
And Ruin is now alone against the entirety of Immortals, and that kill comes over. Ezreal only gets a bit of damage, and Immortals get a 2 for 1 long term. The respawns have come in, though. Pobelter's the first one back. Soaz still dead.
Pobelter's alive.
Yeah,
but that block by Smoothie was huge.
15 seconds here, but they are worried about a potential enemy Baron rush. So Immortals staying out on the map here. Aka not able to go back to base.
Wait, are we just rushing Soul Point?
They're going to be at the Dragon Pit while Immortals is still over on that other side and could potentially get zoned out here by Pobelter. So Immortals a little bit slow to the scene, but now with the 5v4, Immortals can take priority in the area.
25 seconds and no teleport. Immortals almost assuredly win this fight. I don't see how CLG gets a battle off this when the ultis are all up on Immortals. And off of that Pobelter pick, and then the kill on the Ruin, the coordination, that late game team fight, that means Ocean Soul goes over.
That was just sloppy on our part.
Absolutely needs Grievous Wounds.
Yeah, that means that the healing debuffs are so much more important. There's a ton across the map now. Triple Ocean Dragon that is going to be regenerating during combat, plus the Ocean Soul buff that will be healing them throughout the fight, and all of the lifesteal and spell vamp on these characters means CLG absolutely must have that.
Stixay is
I feel like to really be able to win a fight. Unless you can just instantly 100 to 0 someone, these characters are going to be healing right back up to full.
Ocean Soul is going to be roughly 50 health per second per champion in a team fight. Now, if you can, that's the math, right? So that's going to be the deduction.
That's it. That's the math.
And you got to make sure you get through that.
And then also 7.5% of your health from the 3 Ocean Dragons on top of that every 5, right? So that's adding in. It does become really, really a big deal, especially that flat percent of HP on a very tanky target, such as Xmith.
% missing health if you get them low.
Okay, so as a splitting top, we're not sending anyone to respond to that.
Have every spell available. Guardian Angel, I believe, even back up as well. As CLG make their way top side. Pobelter makes a trip towards the right side of the jungle, looks for the blue buff, grabs it, comes back over. Top turret goes down. Soaz is safe. Here comes the re-engage as Immortals look toward this Baron buff. There's the fight right on the top. Stun comes across again on its support. Smithy dropped a little bit low, but he's going to feel safe. Has the ulti still available, he's going to start regenning from the ocean.
But
Yep,
this
he's
is...
regenning up. He did hold on to that ultimate.
We're just going to get out-map maneuvered because we're going to send like 4 here.
One inhibitor tower down. He's going to run away towards bot side. If they
just send Ruin there and send everyone else to Baron.
And Smithy though dropped a little bit low. Will there be some kind of a miracle steal as damage comes over the top of Walter? Nearly drops 3k HP. They will pick up one.
Oh! Wiggly! Wiggly! Let's go!
That was a game-changing play, though. The Baron recalls mean people are going to be back, and Soaz is just going to get chased down here.
Didn't get over the wall, and the Randuin slow set it up, so Soaz will lose Guardian Angel, and he will probably die now as well. 30 seconds on Hakuho.
Holy cow. Wiggly, that was huge.
But they have a lot of map control.
You just out 50-50'd Smithy.
That was massive for CLG.
Holy cow.
Everything was going the way of Immortals. They decide to commit to this fight. Bullet time over the wall, getting pulled out there really, really low, but it's just Wiggly. Goes straight over. He had no vision in the pit. Just blind
oh my gosh.
into the pit.
That was incredible.
That has got to be very frustrating if you are Immortals, but worth the risk if you are CLG, because if they have Soul and grab that Baron, it feels like it's lights out for sure. So it's worth taking that chance.
Holy cow.
Able to make a pay.
And as time moves on, we still have a 1,000 gold difference. CLG fighting against the Ocean Soul, but they've been unable to push any of the map down.
And getting
right
the Zanyas onto Pobelter here, pretty big, because Soaz won't be able to pop him.
Throughout the game, so CLG kind of consistently now on the back foot here.
Definitely so. And if Soaz wasn't already winning in the side lane, you really cannot ever win this 1v1 matchup into Ocean Soul. Soaz will always out-heal the damage that Ruin is going to be able to do. So that becomes very, very difficult, but CLG do grab themselves a mid lane inhibitor, are heading down towards bot side. You can see Soaz running up towards top lane though, so he wants to threaten the base. Ping's even going towards that down inhibitor, so Soaz is going to look to threaten here on that top side.
Yeah,
Baron
but
does expire.
how quickly can he do it?
You know, no potential Baron recall. Yeah. That could get dangerous.
Well, you got a minute on that one right now, Tim.
Are we just sending Ruin back, getting this tower?
They saw Soaz clearing the waves out, and they should recall the entire squad, unwilling to take a TP flank.
I do like the pressure, though, that he did exert, because they probably would have lost this turret, potentially. You know, instead, Soaz just runs up to the top side. CLG know they have to be able to defend this. They can't risk just losing their base.
What's Elder Dragon is 2 minutes.
Go back. Yep. Means Immortals can defend that tier 2 tower on the bottom side.
We at least got mid and hid.
Incredibly even game.
Well, it asks an interesting question as well. Of course, there's 2 different things that are affecting the map, right? One is CLG had Baron buff, and with Baron buff, CLG had.
That was a death stance by for Ruin.
The other, of course, is the dead inhibitor. Yep. That's helping a little, but in any case where Soaz is
we got a couple of full item people.
The waves and gets to the base anyway. So if with a Baron buff, CLG is unwilling to try to take sort of a base race and let Ruin be in a 1v1 and push with the rest, then when does CLG feel comfortable to push to the base?
I mean, it's going to have to be some sort of a pick or a team fight win into a game ender, right? I just think this 1v1 is almost literally impossible for Aatrox against the Camille. If you know where all the other 4 members
we're
are,
shoving in here. Pobelter split pushing seems to be the only way we get towers.
Ignore him and heal through the damage
Alright, now you head back.
At this point with Triple Ocean plus Ocean Soul and the lifesteal already.
You got 45 seconds on Elder.
That is a very difficult situation for CLG where they know they're never
go towards
win
that.
Side lane. It has to be
and pretty much
else.
Elder wins the game here.
Picked off by multiple members, or a great pick on another member of Immortals.
And it seems like right now CLG playing Fog of War. They kind of, the whole squad didn't show. They got to push for top lane tier 2, and Soaz was like, have they recalled? They only actually showed Pobelter. Okay, I have to back up, let Ruin take this. And so if CLG can manipulate the map well, they can find those openings. I agree, the heads up one-on-one.
Yeah, there's 15 seconds on this shit. We have to kind of position for it.
Can be a big deal.
Yeah, and CLG have been finding a way thus far. It is going to be about this Elder, though, spawning in a couple seconds here. Immortals trying to get mid lane priority. It is a little bit easier for CLG because they do have the inhibitor down, and they're going to run straight towards it. Will they just straight up commit to finishing this? This would be a risky 5v5 for CLG to opt into.
We got the last smite. The whole squad is here. So waiting around as well.
I don't think it would be that bad.
A poke battle favors Immortals for all the regen. Smoothie takes a shot.
And remember,
comes in.
If they wait too long, for Immortals, the Super Minions are going to push in mid lane, so they're going to be getting their base threatened, so they have to
But there's
make a
also
move
the
here.
Super
You can't
Minions
just sit
top.
around.
Top lane time bomb. And CLG are forced to hit the dragon. They're forced to start this fight. When can they find the flank play? Soaz walks in the front. Smithy finds some decent damage. They are fighting off with Wiggly. A little bit of poke towards Soaz. It's going to be up to CLG to play a little more aggressively as the time ticks down. The top wave, CLG's pinging it. They know it's getting more and more pressure onto it.
Ruin is
We
going,
have
so now
a
they're gonna
couple
be
of
right back onto this
TPs.
Elder. CLG look like they're just deciding they've got to give it up.
Yep.
Wiggly's going to go backwards, and it will be the Elder Dragon here, barring a Miracle Seal, which will not come through.
Well,
Appreciate
that's
the
pretty
effort,
much
but it
game.
cannot be done, so well done. Immortals played the time correctly. Now the inhibit's back. Now it can be a more equal map state. As mid pushes in, but that's just so much less threatening. It's a safe recall there for Immortals.
Yeah, Immortals had enough
They'll
time
have
to
Dragon
actually
up for
ignore that
Baron,
mid-wave and
which
collect it
basically
before
means
it
we
does
lose the
hit those
Baron.
Nexus towers. So
I mean,
Soul,
we
Elder,
have to
this is about as strong as they're
make
gonna
some
get.
kind of
They
insane
do have
play.
the Elder for when
The
the
map
Baron's
state is
gone,
not
so
good
they
for
could
us with
potentially use it
us
to try to
losing
take
the
back.
last fucking 4 dragons.
Immortals has been a bit hesitant to try to march into the base. I mean, there's multiple open inhibitors here. I feel like you could just group 5, walk down mid lane, take that inhibitor, take the top
Now
lane
you
inhibitor,
could.
and then utilize your
You
split
have
push to
fucking
try to close out
Elder.
the game through bot lane. But Immortals
Elder's
have been
just
very, very cautious.
beyond
They're clearly
stupid.
worried about the 5v5, not feeling as confident that they will be able to win that.
I want to point out a couple of things that don't obviously show in the scoreboard. So despite the gold being equal across the teams, Ruin is done buying items. He's got 1,000 gold in inventory that really cannot be spent because he's already done building. Soaz has a full half item to build. Aka, because of being Cassiopeia, has an item and a half still to build. They're going to keep scaling really nicely. They get to rush down the Baron with the Elder Dragon buff making that basically uncontestable. And there's a huge power play for Immortals.
Yeah, they're going to be really strong. Really the last key item for any of the carries for CLG is going to be that Morello that Probelter is building. Even more important because of all the healing in this squad, as we've touched on a number of times. But Immortals, they have Elder, they have Baron, they have Soul. If you cannot close the game now, it's going to be pretty difficult to at any point.
This is your strongest point.
I mean, your
Immortals.
best hope
This
is
absolutely
CLG
your
is to
strongest
get a
point. Only 40
pick.
seconds left of the Elder Dragon buff. That is enough to knock down top inhibitor. You can see 1,000 damage Q crits, 1,000 damage autos coming through for Apollo.
And they are splitting 3 lanes. They are actually going to be looking to pressure on all sides. We can see Camille down here on this bot side, top wave coming in, mid wave coming in.
Pretty smart of them,
And they're looking
because
to
we
look to try to
can't
spread out CLG.
we can't do anything.
Both these inhibitors are going to be gone, and it's got to be CLG, I think, making
I mean, we have to like wait, hope to stall out for 15 seconds, and then we possibly can win a fight.
Double inhib down before that happens. Bot lane was cleared. 8 seconds on Elder. That's when CLG might turn around. But I think it should still be Immortals pushing to try to end it. Elder Dragon ending right now, and this is now the time when CLG would go
And
in.
instant engage right
QSS
afterwards.
right back out. Good job, Hakuho. Ult comes off, means mostly nothing. Turrets are now gone. CLG, are they willing to give up triple and hit? They shouldn't be, but they have to. Shockwave
Oh,
is not
that's a
gonna
whiff,
follow.
and
Here
that
comes
might
the
be game.
re-engage. Big damage coming over the top. So
Unless if Stixay can just fucking pop off in a fight.
Has Warmog, has a fountain as well, and triple inhib is down. CLG not gonna feel comfortable here. Push back to their base.
We
and
have
the
to
turrets
engage.
go
We
so
have
very
to go
quickly.
in, take a
Immortals
fight.
Crack every turret, looking for the play. They can't find the fight. CLG still pushed back, and the kills are gonna come in. Immortals gonna pick a 3, make it 4, make it a hat trick as Immortals knocks down Counterlogic Gaming.
That's
Immortals
sad.
able to break that 4-game losing streak, taking down CLG in what was a very back and forth, very close game. Nearly 15
I mean,
minutes on the clock.
we
there, they were able
just-
to close that one out, and CLG definitely made them work for it.
Yeah. That
Didn't
game
get
was
Ocean Soul.
absolutely back and forth.
We had so many
Back and forth
opportunities and we
back
didn't
and
go
forth
for
and
it.
back and
We
forth.
didn't.
Pavlter, I thought, had a lot of good
We
shockwaves to keep CLG
to
in
get
and
the
find
other
those picks.
dragons and the Baron
End of
and
day,
the
Immortals
Herald.
played it better.
We made some smart,
Soaz, I
quick
think, was a big hero
plays,
that game. His scoreline didn't
and then
show
we
it,
just
but
kind
he was a
of
big
pussyfooted
influence
around
that
the
game.
rest of the game.
And he found a lot of those
There were
backline
a lot of
guys that
smart,
turned
quick
the fights up.
plays
Yeah, I think that really was a big
early
deal.
on
You know, he didn't
that
get
got
as
us
much done in
advantages,
that
and then
side
we
lane, but a
stopped
couple of
playing
critical engages
smart
around mid lane.
and
His
quick.
pick on Pobelter earlier in the game with the hook
And
flash,
it killed
then
us.
Later on, catching Stixay and getting
And then
that
Wiggly
shutdown.
gave us a
Those were
second
some of the key
chance,
moments that allowed
where
them to start stacking these objectives, because it was CLG that was out
we
to
could have
a
done something
3-1
cool.
dragon lead. It
Or we
was
could have
CLG
we
that was
we had
playing.
the
They were gonna
opportunity
be
to
the ones
pull what
grabbing
they
the
did,
soul. Instead, it was Immortals who
last
were able to
game,
claw their way
or
back
last time
to
we
the
played,
objectives department,
where they
grab the Ocean
were
Soul,
going
use
for
that to
Elder,
bolster the rest of their
and
gameplay.
we had double TP. We had a wave of 3 super minions stacked down mid lane. We could have maybe pushed it all the way in. We could have done something big like that instead of just bleed out.
Yeah, here's that Bud Light ace. They had the Elder expire, but they still had the Baron, they still had the Soul, and they're able to just pressure them from all sides. It's such an impossible situation when you're 3 inhibs down with the Baron minions coming in at all sides. You know you need to force a fight. They tried to do it.
I mean, they didn't even lose health from that
from
fight.
Sejuani over onto Xmini,
That was a
but I
rough
think
game.
A really smart purchase of the Mikhails by